Pleasant good morning. My name is Dominic Jeremiah, Principal of Presentation Brothers College, Grenada. A pleasant good morning to all members of the education fraternity across the Caribbean and in the diaspora. We welcome all our sponsors, Ministry of Education officials, executive, and members of the Caribbean Association of Principals of Secondary Schools, other principals, teachers, our partners in education, our technical RSC staff, members of the media, and you, the general public. We thank you for being present here for this media launch of the Caribbean Association of Principals of Secondary Schools virtual conference, which will take place on July 26th to July 31st, 2021. This is a historic moment. CAPSS is undertaking to host a traditional biannual conference using a virtual medium. The COVID-19 pandemic has created new opportunities for us to explore avenues to innovate, and our virtual conference this year is one of these opportunities. Therefore, I am honored to present to you this morning the President of CAPSS, Mrs. Shara Carrington James, renowned administrator, principal, teacher, and a regional luminary in education, who will make a presentation as part of this morning's media launch. So at this time, I invite Mrs. Shara Carrington James to make a presentation.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jeremiah, my second vice president in CAPSS. And good morning to the entire fraternity of principals across the region, the media houses engaged today. For all those of you who are logged on the various platforms, a pleasant good morning to all of you. I am humbled actually to be the one in the chair at this time when the Caribbean Association of Principals of Secondary Schools, CAPSS, takes several leaps forward. We are breaking barriers and transitioning beyond the norm. This is a historic event for all of us. We are CAPSS, and I'm humbled yet informed by history and enlivened by the limitless, embraceable possibilities that stand before us. CAPSS has been in existence for the last 66 years, starting in 1955 as the Headmaster and Headmistresses Association in Jamaica. It has morphed into an association with core values of collaboration and regionalism, excellence and ethics. That's us, that's CAPSS. Our primary objective is really very simple. It is the advancement of quality in education through high standards of professional and ethical conduct. CAPSS sees our vision of an educated Caribbean as attainable through the realization of those United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, and we focus particularly on goal number 17 for 2030. Partnerships to achieve the goal, and that is why we are here, partnering with all of you today for goal attainment. And I'm really, really privileged to do this. So this media event is an event where we use an avenue for the association to bring awareness to the fact that we are a robust and forward-thinking group of regional leaders who have in the platforms of our schools the nurturing responsibility for the region's children. We embrace and we understand that awesome responsibility because it forms the crucible for what occurs in our societies beyond 2021, 2022 across our region. And we hope that at the end of the day, this would exceed what is normal. The association attends to the reality by investing in professional development of our membership. One such professional development, obviously, is why we are here. It is the opportunity to launch our flagship event, the CAPSS Biennial Conference. This year, the 28th Biennial Conference is hosted by Trinidad and Tobago under the theme, and I'm going to share that with you. It's called Breaking Barriers, Transitioning Beyond the Norm. So CAPSS is a regional organization or conference, 1 week in the end of the month of July. Who do we expect to attend this conference? Principals and vice principals. But because of the unprecedented constraints of COVID-19, and that has placed it on our traditional in-person conference, we have shifted to what is now a virtual or hybrid modality, and the whole world has gone that way. So what happens in CAPSS conference? It presents us with an opportunity for intense and robust conversation on issues that impact, that drive, that engulf, that stimulate educational engagement across the entire archipelago. It affords an opportunity to leverage what we would call networking and the sharing of best practice among our Caribbean educators. This year, we can embrace a wider range of persons. So we have not limited ourselves to our principals and our vice principals where there's an airfare and a cost. And we've opened it up to our middle managers and presenters across the world. This is CAPSS 2021. And we in Trinbago are heartened that we are privileged to host in these difficult and challenging times, but that's when we rise. What does the conference look like? In terms of structure, we start at 9 a.m. and because we are a region of spiritual people, we start with devotion, and in Trinidad and Tobago with a multicultural, multi-religious society as ours in Guyana and some of our other territories, we celebrate all our religious diversity. In the morning, we go through several different presentations during the day, and we end by showcasing talents and cultural perspectives across our territories. So what would our opening ceremony look like? This year, we are heartened to have our Minister of Education play a key role in that ceremony. And then on the first day as well, we have in the person of Dr. Carla Barnett, the CARICOM Secretary General-elect. She will speak to us on the role that Caribbean educators would play, transitioning beyond the norm. We're also grateful to Her Excellency, Trinidad, the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, Paula May Weeks, or RTT, for agreeing to continue to be part of this historic event by sharing just a few thoughts and to bring the curtain down with a gala award ceremony for leaders who have served the region and the association with distinction over the years. So in outline, that's what it kind of looks like. But we have days that we've branded. This is Trinbago hosting a CAPSS Caribbean conference. And on each day we've branded, because of the homage that we were trying to pay to Trinidad and Tobago as hosts. First day, we will call our Coat of Arms Day. Then we're going to go into our National Birds Day and our National Instrument Day, National Flowers Day, National Festivals Day. You can imagine what we in Trinbago are going to do with that. Bird Sanctuary, Nile and Pool, Bucca Reef. We're going to have a virtual experience as none before in the history of CAPSS. Let me share just a bit of detail on some slides of what those individual strands would look like. So it will come up on your screen. We have 6 strands, interwoven in a multi-dimensional day. So let's look at the academic strand. That forms the core of the conference. And it comprises an accomplished group of individuals, both national, regional, tertiary, secondary administrators, ministry officials, panels of ministers across the region, lecturers, professionals in education, all delivering engaging discourse. We're going to have some discourse on educational policy, regional possibilities, philosophies, findings from research, tools for administrators, resilience. That's the core of our conference. We're going to talk about teaching standards. We're going to talk about teaching council and that possibility across the region. CAPSS has always been invested in professional development. That's who we are. And therefore, when this happened way back in 2020, I could say way back now, on the 9th of July, we would have started with an initiative called Thoughtful Thursday. Our featured speaker then was Dwight York. Never forget that. And we had a service to focus on our young people where we thought our core responsibility was, and we have never made a retrograde step beyond that. 21 sessions in season 1 and another 20 to date, engaging in professional educational discourse. Every Thursday evening, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, educators get together on a platform and talk about the issues, share the issues, and our growth now for us is palpable. We've had 6,000 students on for this year's interfaith service. And then we would have partnered with our NGO who was helping resolve some of my tech issues there, RSC. And in there, we would have partnered to have a Girls in ICT that saw more than 20,000 of our young people logging on. So when CAPSS speaks to professional development, this is home to us. And a conference such as this would focus on that academic core. And our presenters who have bought into and will support and partner with us would include Dr. Wayne Frederick, President of Howard University, speaking towards an empowered Caribbean society. Ms. Hazel Manning, John Maxwell coach as she is, will speak to leadership in time of crises. Sir Hilary Beckles, we know him very well, Vice Chancellor of the University of the West Indies, will speak to our true Caribbean identity. Our former President, Justice Anthony Carmona, would speak to creating opportunities for youth empowerment. Dr. Wayne Resley out of CXC, or Registrar, would speak about the challenges and lessons of COVID-19 for Caribbean educators. And he's going to give us a CXC perspective, of course. And then we have Marcella Steele out of the Bahamas, talking succession planning. So our core strand is our academics. We'll also feature technology with sessions of key cutting-edge techniques to assist our administrators. And we'd have here our tech team, Raj Ramdas, Director of RSC, with pure interaction. I'm looking forward to that. Whenever Mr. Ramdas comes on, that's what we see, the energy, the engagement. Learning by doing is his thing. Nadine Malloy, technology implementation out of Arden High School in Jamaica. We're gonna have Wisdom, that company out of Trinidad and Tobago, speaking to the future of physical schooling. And then we'll move into the other strands on the other slide, innovation and creativity and best practice. Highlighting various best practices from Trinidad and Tobago and around the region. And in that, we're going to have a focus on people like Keith Leban, Bishop Anstey, and Trinity East in Trinidad and Tobago. And he's going to talk augmented reality and mixed reality. Then I would expect Ricardo Allen out of Jamaica. And he has an interesting story, Fulbright Rhodes Scholar, hopeful, turned it all down so that he could be the entrepreneur now that has taken tech across Jamaica and the region. Rona Eastman, we're still talking here, innovation and creativity. And Miss Eastman is a Tobagonian inventing a ruler, but what is there to in? But this is a seamstress's ruler that's collapsible. We're gonna hear from Nicholas Teff Hinkson out of Barbados, innovations in youth and leadership. Heidi Curry, or president out of Belize, she's going to talk to social enterprise, running her own school. Culture, showcasing of Trinidad and Tobago's culture, of course, as host country, but then we're going to have that rich cultural immersion where each territory, having been given a booth, would actually furnish that booth with video clips of their cuisine and their culture, and we're going to experience that. On the other slide, we'd see youth. These segments would highlight students in a range of co-curricular activities. We're going to see Professor Kamugisha out of the University Cave Hill, UWI. He's going to speak to future leaders. Jefferson Ramirez out of Grenada. And I could go on here whole day because I'm just as excited, and I hope that I would share my excitement with you. Last strand, health and wellness, focusing on mind and body nutrition, strategies to assist today's administrators as we are in ensuring that they practice self-care. And as usual, we take that energy down so that we can preserve ourselves to help others. We're going to see Dr. Lionel Meyer of Trinidad and Tobago here talking alternative medicine and its ultimate implications for health. Dr. Vanessa White Barrow of Rise JA Counseling, and empowerment services. She's going to speak to feeding them right, or children. We have offerings for our parents. We have offerings in special needs education, the environmental climate change awareness and its solution. We have financial offerings, and all of that rigorous and robust academic strands that we would have, health and wellness, we're going to have to showcase it somehow. So how are we going to do this in this time? And we have an opportunity to host this on a platform. How can this be hosted? Not in webinars, all that diversity of 60+ sessions. And I've mentioned those that I feel that you would understand and have resonate with you. And these sessions will be hosted on a 3-dimensional platform. We have gone beyond 2-dimensional webinar, partnered with our NGO RSC in a version of a transformational educational engagement. Here we go, entering in the platform, and in that platform you would see information booth along the corridor, navigating, going up to the booth, and the menu pops up and we can then select. We have option, we have choice on this platform. Going around on the platform, navigating booths from our territories, still under construction, but this is where CAPSS is. Excitement, we have a little lounge there. We go around again and we see there the auditorium room option. That's a sneak peek into what we have in store for you. Thanks RSC and Mr. Ramdas for pushing us and taking relevance in education onto a 3-dimensional platform. We hope that when we talk SDG number 17, when we speak to partnerships, that we would achieve that efficient and effective educational offering. Celebrate CAPSS, celebrate RSC, and we look forward to the build out of that platform, costly as it is, but we're getting there. That particular platform would embed 8 strands, 6 that I highlighted, and then the 2 others that speak to parents, that speak to students, that speak to special needs, that speak to climate change, all of that. So you have the choice. You could spend a day in Jamrock country. So you could go into the Jamaica booth and the next second you could teleport yourself to Belize and experience the rich Mayan culture there as well. You could therefore segue all around the corner to music and steel pan music, Trinidad and Tobago, that would chronicle the development of the steel pan, the only instrument actually made in this century. Gaming for students is in there as well. So there's a whole tech section, and I know Mr. Ramdas would not have put up the design flyers just yet, and we're holding that for you. Who do we expect to attend this conference? 300 principals and vice principals, primary and secondary across the region, and we anticipate that over the 6 days we can have close to 10,000 persons traversing the platform. Nothing strange to us, nothing new, and we're hoping to engage all of our regional members in the discourse in Trinbago 2021. It's free. The conference is free. Yes, I could hear the wheels turning. It's free. To all of you to whom we are extending this invitation today to join us. What would you therefore experience? The lobby, the atrium that you just saw, you're going to see that. For our participant members, however, who would engage in the dialogue, in the resolution and deliberations, we will pay to attend the inner auditoriums, which you would not have access to. However, to all of our parents and students, the conference is free. We as members of CAPSS, we pay, we understand, and we have 6 days of engagement. Anybody, any day, anytime that you want to come through, you can come through our platform, specially built, custom designed for CAPSS. And one of our colleagues said to me, when I get to this part, however, I'm going to say that we have it forever. I don't know if I got that right, but it's ours. and it's not going to move, it's not going to change, and we have it forever. We're not renting. We've built this and we've engaged our RSC Tech Club students across the region to assist in building out that. We've gotten some goodwill and we continue to dialogue with our ministry for support. I want to thank Mr. Allard for building out our CAPSS website. The website you would see shortly, and on that website, it will come up. You would see in there, CAPSS online. It's a HTTP/. And in that website, you would see the events. You would see the flyer that speaks to CAPSS conference, Breaking Barriers. And you can go in there and see some of our archives that speak to CAPSS conference over the years. We'll have advertisements of the conference and a historical account in our archives. There's several pictures flashing on screen there that speaks to CAPSS over the years, or growth or development or professional development in our conferences. Where do you go to register? You go onto CAPSS online on the website. You would see the link, click on the flyer, and you register for CAPSS conference. The only people who pay are the principals, vice principals, and middle managers. So I look forward to seeing you in CAPSS. As I wind down, I want to say thanks to our Minister of Education, the Honorable Nyan Gadsby-Dolly of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, for her willingness to support through her attendance at the conference and in the dialogue with us to make sure that this happens, because it's not easy. I want to especially thank her for that. Our conference is open to parents, like I said, to the young people on Youth Day. We especially focus on you. And we welcome all our stakeholders, you, the media, at the appropriate time. We're going to give you the program in detail so that you would be able to follow with us, share with us, and participate with us. Mr. Allard has also organized another first for CAPSS, and that is the song, branded song for CAPSS. And you would hear that as our closing anthem. Thank you very much, Dr. Allard. So as I wind down, I close. This biennial conference is an intense period during which Caribbean educators are going to network. We're going to exchange best practice in a professional environment. We would have the sharing of energy, of opportunities and possibilities, Caribbean inclusion, and a certain amount of robustness of engagement and diversity. All of that is going to be happening on our platform. I really want to thank you for coming this morning and being here with us. I want you to remember that you go onto our website, register, and experience CAPSS over the years as we grow across the region. So I want to say thank you, Mr. Chairman. I would entertain just a few questions if there are any. If not, thank you, as we in the principalship seek to move education forward and beyond that which is normal. So I hand over back to you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Madam. Thank you, Madam President. We appreciate the energy and the passion with which you have presented CAPSS 2021. We are excited, and we trust that the media who is here, all the principals and other specially invited guests who are here for this morning's lunch would assist us in promoting CAPSS 2021. This is a historic moment in the development of this organization.
Well, I don't know.
At this time, we want to entertain
Jeremiah, I don't know if there are any
a few
questions. Yeah, sure. And then I would do my official thing. I don't know if there are any questions.
If anyone wants to ask a question, you just raise your hand or just unmute your mic, and you're free to do so. If not, Madam President, anything you want to add?
So, Someone was asking a question?
I was about to confirm the cost for CAPSS, US 175 before June 30th and 200 thereafter. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. That is accurate.
Excellent. Very affordable. Thank you.
Yes, it is. For our members, that is a small investment in terms of our growth or development, and looking beyond, we are investing in a society across the region. This is all intended to have better schools, more effective education. So that's a small thing. Difficult times, but small cost. Mr. Chairman, no questions?
I haven't seen any. Let me just check the chat again. I haven't seen any other question.
All right, then it is my sole duty, Mr. President, Mr. Chairman, sorry. Well, Chairman is also President of the Grenada Association. But to say to all of us, I am privileged, I'm honored, and I'm humbled to officially launch Trinbago 2021. Let the conference month begin. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce our dear sister and friend, fellow colleague from Anguilla, Mrs. Rita Celestine Carter, principal of Abina Lake Hodge Comprehensive High School in Anguilla. She's also the president of the Anguilla Association of Principals of Secondary School, head of delegation for CAPSS Conference 2021. I now invite her to give the vote of thanks.
Good morning to all from Anguilla. The pleasure is mine to extend gratitude to all who participated in this important media launch in advance of what promises to be a very empowering occasion. That is the CAPSS Virtual Conference of 2021, hosted by the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, but really truly a regional collaborative event. To paraphrase a famous orator, we are not going to let the opportunities of this crisis go to waste. We will be transitioning beyond the norm. At this time of having executed the launch, we say thanks to you, Mr. Dominic Jeremiah, President of the Grenada Principals Association, for your welcome and for so ably chairing this media launch for us this evening, and for introducing the President of CAPSS for this important occasion, Mrs. Shara Carrington James, who gave us an outstanding overview and really promoted this exciting conference. I'm sure that there are many who are already going to CAPSS Online to make sure that they are registered for this event. Gratitude is also extended to the all-important technical team of Restore a Sense of I Can, RSC, led by Mr. Raj Ramdas, because really without them, this undertaking would be impossible. So thank you. In the same vein, we extend thanks to Dr. Philip Allard for his technical expertise in creating the website and helping to get the message of CAPSS out to our relevant stakeholders. We're also grateful to all of those stakeholders for their partnership in our endeavors. Thank you. And this includes all of the ministries of education of the region, and in particular of Trinidad and Tobago, who will be hosting us. We thank all of the presidents of the National Principals Associations. We thank all of the principals of the region's secondary schools. In advance, we thank the presenters and the attendees to be at the virtual conference. You will make it happen. We thank the media for their presence here today and for their continued promotion of this event. Finally, I thank all who should be thanked, but who may not have been singled out at this time. Thank you to all, and make sure that you register for the historic occasion of the CAPSS Virtual Conference 2021.
We thank you, Mrs. Rita Celestine Carter, for such a comprehensive vote of thanks. At this time, colleagues across the region, we're going to bring our media launch to a close. But just before we do so, I just want to reiterate a couple of things. One, that we want to invite you to visit the website. There is a lot of information in the website, particularly the members of the media who are here. We want to ensure that we collaborate with you. You are a strategic partner, and therefore it is important that we make available to you all those bits of information that would be useful in helping us promote CAPSS conference. If we promote CAPSS conference, it means that those who attend would be developed, would be enhanced, and therefore our schools, our children, our teachers across the region would be better off in the long run. So this conference has at its heart regional development, national development, because when the teacher is developed, it means that the nation ultimately will be developed. And therefore, we invite you to contact. We have already circulated some information to some members of the media. If you need any further information, feel free to go to the website or from your various territories, speak to any member of the Principals Association in your territory, and they will do all within their power to provide current information to you so that you can help us in the advertising of this very important conference. So once again, thank you for being here, and God bless you all, and we look forward to CAPSS conference July 26th to July 31st, 2021. God bless you all.
Oh yeah, la 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 la. We are school principals, secondary school principals of the Caribbean. United we are strong. The Association of Caribbean Principals, visionary leaders. Together we are one. Linked by crystal waters. The Caribbean Sea, bound by our history. One purpose we seek, to educate our children smart, inspire them to do what's right. Chart a course that's like the way, build a dream, don't let them stray. We are CAPSS, Caribbean Association of Principals of Secondary Schools. We are CAPSS, Caribbean Association of Principals of Secondary Schools. La la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la la la. Oh yeah. Principals, secondary school principals of the Caribbean, united we are strong. The Association of Caribbean Principals, visionary leaders, together we are one. We building bridges, intellectual causeways. One Caribbean body, leading the way, to educate our children smart, inspire them to do what's right. Chart a course that's like the way, build a dream, don't let them stray. We are CAPSS, Caribbean Association of Principals of Secondary Schools. We are CAPSS, Caribbean Association of Principals of Secondary Schools. Woo! The Association of Caribbean School Principals. Yes, principals. Secondary school leaders. the youth imagination. We synergizing our skills are force of actions. Educating the youth of our Caribbean nation. Yes, we are CAPSS, Caribbean Association of Principals of Secondary Schools. We are CAPSS, Caribbean Association of Principals of Secondary Schools. Yes, we are CAPSS, Caribbean Association of Principals of Secondary Schools. We are CAPSS, Caribbean Association of Principals of Secondary Schools. We are CAPSS,